When I say aloha captains, you shout aloha captains. Aloha captains. Aloha captains. Mantabadala, I'm here to talk to the youth. I'm not even going to observe protocol. Right? The interesting thing is that I've got a very short story for you today. A short story. What makes it more appealing is that it's my story. This was at Clermont. I was raised at Clermont Township in Durban. And the sad thing is that what we now have grown out of, which is horoscopes for some, is the reason why I chose my career. I went to my dearest diary and looked at my horoscopes. I'm a Pisces. And because I'm a fish, I belong in the ocean, by virtue of a 15-year-old sitting in a room. I want to fast forward this and share with you this story that happened to me. And I have 3 key takeoffs that I want to share with you after the talk. I can't see the screen, so Lela, you just listen to me and slide where I am. Hard to port, hard to starboard, steady as she goes, and the ship steadies. This is a 50,000 gross tonnage ship in the Straits of Gibraltar. Gibraltar is a strait that is so sacred. This is Africa on the left, Europe on the right, depending which way you're going. The sad thing, though, is that in this 50,000 gross tonnage ship, an African girl comes to meet a captain on board. Hello there, young lady. How can I help you? Hello, captain. I'm Londy Ngcobo. I was a Charlie then. I'm Londy Ngcobo, and I'm just here to learn. I've just finished varsity, and I'm excited to be here. I was shown my cabin. I was made to wear overalls. I scrubbed toilets. I made coffee. A girl in STEM, maths and science. Thank you, South Africa. At that time, coming into the cabin, realizing that there's full-on support to do what I'm doing, but there's lots of skeptical and very limited thought within our society. What if you die? You barely can fit in a bathtub. Now you're going to the ocean. What ambition is this? What if you die? What if your parents die while you're out there at sea, in the ocean? Can you even swim? You didn't even have a swimming pool, let alone swimming lessons in your own school. I went to a township school. Being a teenager, they throw the card at you and say, what about your boyfriend? But you guys look so cute. The sad thing is that are all the fears that are imposed in a young mind that become so limiting in your journey. Coming on board the ship, having said goodbye, a message comes through from my mom saying, hey, bengayilindele lena. Kuthiwa uyoqwayiza ngoba akakaze abe khona umuntu wesifazane owenza lento yenzayo. Which means I'm going out there for prostitution. Because no one has ever done it before. Now imagine an 18-year-old already fully doubted to chase a dream so she can bring about the first. Just imagine. And so when I talk to the parents and I talk to leaders, I think that how much are we instilling in our young ones to be able to chase the dream regardless of what society says? Because the video that you saw now, I sit in so many boards. I sit in so many international boards. And imagine if I had succumbed to that. I'm not sure which slide you're saying. On board the ship, this 50,000 gross tonnage ship, I used to carry containers. It's a container ship. I'm not sure what's showing. Is it showing on the screen, the ship? So that will be my first ship. Living on this ship, being the only female, being the only person of color, being the youngest on board the ship. I came on board the ship to meet a diverse crew. And I told you I was coming from the township. I barely could construct an English sentence. Coming on board the ship now to meet Aldo. Aldo was a Filipino chef. But Aldo would eat rice every single mealtime, and he would eat it with his hands. And we'd laugh at Aldo because he used to make 5-star cuisine. 5-star. And then there was Shori. When you start work, you'll meet people like Shoti. Maybe you know these kind of guys that are always happy. Always witty, always happy, always positive, always singing. Shoti was that kind of guy. And he would say to me, I may look young, but I've got an old soul. I'll take care of you. And then there were officers, white crisp shirts, gold bars on their shoulders. To them, you don't look at them in the eye. Who are you? An African girl, what are you doing here? You don't look at them in the eye. And that girl, give her first gray hairs before she goes behind the wheel. What is she doing here? I want to share this because I know that sometimes you sit in your room and you dream big, something that hasn't been done. Go for it. Fast forward. A call comes through. All crew. Do not move from your current station. I repeat, do not move from your current station. Captain, we'd been attacked. In West Africa, there are pirates. At this time, all logic goes out the window. Everyone gets thrown into the small void space. This is where we used to keep the ship equipment. Everyone gets thrown into this void space one by one. The officers are there. Your elders are there, the chef. Your shorty is there, and that young girl. Now you have to find a space to survive. But why does it matter now that we are in this one space, Mr. Officer? I've never looked at you in the eyes. You've always looked at me with disgust. But right now, we want to survive. In this one void space, we want to survive together. Now let me tell you something. The loud silence that was in that void space. My mom has said she's going to come back a captain one day. The neighbors are saying, "Where so the Their friends are saying, "Hey, boyfriend, sizomthatha." All of this coming into this dilemma within the void space where we now have to survive. The loud silence continues until we are served with the easiest meal to prepare, rice. And we'd eat it with our hands, because which pirate will give you gold cutlery? Days would go by until we are served with the most healing voice. The one that we laughed at every day, Shodi. In this void space, I don't care if it's your mentor, if it's someone that you looked up to, we were all scared. We were all scared in this void space. But what matters is that it was time for that young girl to fully show herself. And as we sing, every little thing is gonna be all right, we suddenly realize that as much as there is color, as much as there is gender, the more you peel the onion, our hearts beat the same. So young girl, what are you doing here, Nana? What are you doing here? What brings you here? Captain, I'm in this void space now, I'm scared. Society is doubtful that I will come back home. They've never seen a black female driving a ship. They even doubt that I am here to stay. They've called me to say I'm coming here for prostitution. There's only 2% of female participation globally. And if I don't walk that walk, no one will. Hold my hand. I say this because entitlement becomes a problem when we have to walk into these new spaces. You've done maths and science. My parents have paid so much money. I now am bought this ship. I've been funded by so and so. I belong here. The entitlement disempowers us from an opportunity to be able to show up so that the elders can teach you. I came and showed up. In South Africa, there's no shipping line. We don't have a shipping line, but we've got so many creatives that export and import all the time. Yet we don't have a shipping line. If I'm not here, Mr. Officer, nothing will change. Help me quieten the noise. Help me quieten the noise. A call comes through. Days later, a call comes through. We're finally eating rice with hands. We're finally singing. Everything is going to be all right. And I'm even imagining the Rama advert. This is my message to you. At this moment, they see me. I want to prepare you when you go to industry, because you will be a nothing, but you have to show up, open your mouth, open your heart, be seen, and someone will hold your hand. At this moment, we're getting along into this void space until a call comes through. Please show the slide where I'm behind the wheel, Ndlela. And I want you to give me a slow clap as the captain calls through. All crew, a man behind the wheel. I repeat, a man behind the wheel. The only thing that this young girl is looking for is to go behind the wheel. But they had said, give her the first gray hairs. So as I go behind the wheel, give me the small clap. I've done all the theory at varsity. Now I'm coming on board this ship. No one looks like me. Yet they don't know back home that I'm going to have to carry the whole country so we can finally walk the walk in ocean's economy. Because when they say, bring back our land, someone's got to say the ocean belongs to us too. So when I go behind the wheel and the captain calls, hard to port, hard to starboard, steady as she goes, I say, honey, I'm behind the wheel. I come black with African cuteness. And guess what? Honey, your boyfriend, my lobola will come in US dollars. Oh, it's boyfriend. When I'm trying to chase global ships, guys, listen. This space here has nothing on his Mini Cooper. It has nothing. At this moment, when you say, no, ngihlala ku front seat, why? Listen, I could carry 105 of his Mini Coopers in one ship. So don't tell me about a boyfriend. I'm trying to carry him too, because I even get paid in US dollars. Like, uzothini size ngisale la ngingayichase dream ne ngoba bazomthatha. So listen, like, go right ahead. But you know what? The interesting thing, and I want to take this glimpse of what I'm sharing with you. It doesn't matter. I'm married with a boy that was meant to leave for 12 years now. A person who knows your worth will know you're worth the wait. I made it clear so early in my meeting him, because we met at varsity, that listen, there's gonna be a time where I leave. And I'm gonna be gone for 8 months, come back 1 week. Be gone for 10 months, come back 2 weeks. My mom and dad understand that this is my industry. You are not gonna hold me back. And so a few years later, when he was down on his knee, asking for hand in marriage, I had only one stripe. He was down on his knee and I said, I've only got one stripe. I'm trying to chase a whole lot more. It's a no for now. It's a no for now. And that's what we're trying to cultivate in today's youth. To know that a person who knows your worth, even in industry, they should know you're worth the wait. He stayed. The important thing with all of this is that even when I came back on land and my friends had their cars, and I felt like I was missing out, and I would then be gone, and next thing, there's a different song, and then I'm gone again, and next thing, there's another different song. I'm losing out. When we would go, I had no car, but I'm trying to dock a whole ship. So good for you. You are on land, but I'm trying to dock a whole ship. I want to instill this. Because we said the theme for my talk, rather, leading the change you want to see. Leading the change you want to see will require you to not be cool. Unfortunately, missing out on so many things. But what matters to me now is that Sis Londy is back. After so many years. I've been in the industry now for 17 years. And I sit in big boards now. Sis Londy is back. She's been an executive for so many companies. Sis Londy is back. She became Africa's first female dredge master. You can clap. What matters? When she's behind the wheel now, she can take a selfie. Wakwambonapi, a prostitute, clean up so well. Now this is my answer. Walking it possible. Becoming the change you want to see means walking it possible. Headlines hit. Africa's first female dredge master. Everyone wants to be your friend. Now I know her. How she left that many years. I know her. Some would even say, umngani wami. You know? Make it appealing. Make it so interesting that even when they're doubtful of you, one day they will want to be on board the ship with you. What is important is that years later, I've since come back and I lead the change continuously that I want to see. Let me tell you what I want to see. I want to see the youth seeing ocean's economy as normal as that of land. When they say a black man can't swim, tell them that to be a ship captain, you don't need to dive. You need to save your life. If you want to be an electrician, did you know that ocean's economy supports such? If you want to be a makeup artist, if you want to be a DJ, if you want to be an actor, if you're a mechanical engineer, if you're a welder, if you're a biologist, there's so much that you can do in ocean's economy that we have closed our eyes to. Because imagine if Sis Londy had listened to it, I wouldn't be able to walk the walk and bring you on board with me. Entrepreneurs. Right now, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm leading a different whole aspect of my career. With everything that I am doing, the ocean, the land, the ocean, the land. And I wanted to bring three youth to come and tell me what they want to become, because I want to tie it up with the ocean. Because I don't think anyone is listening to what it offers. It's a whole economy. I want any creative, any academic to tie it up with ocean. Because, and I say it again, the 35 increase of unemployment is going to incline. It is going to incline, but no lwandle olwethu. No lwandle olwethu. You look so pretty. Please come tell me what you want to become. Yes, you. Or what you already are exploring. I just want another person also. Let's connect the dots. One more person also that's unemployed, that wants to tie things up.
Uktula, Gamalam Apelelo Mdleje, and I would love to become a clinical psychologist.
Another person. So I'll tell you, on board ships, there's people that live there, some even do homeschooling, it's homes. We have hospitals. My company now consults with shipping company. I work in oceans economy through and through. When I cut the red ribbon, guys, I'll be cutting it on a ship, not on a Mini Cooper. I'm sorry, I've had 5 Mini Coopers since then because some pay score. But we have hospitals, we have, imagine a mall, we have, when you think of sorry, I forgot the word, the skincare, that was there. Because people break out a lot and they have to come to a professional on board the ship and be able to be advised so they can continue to be on board the ship and not to be air flown out. You need to combat that as early as possible. There's whole hospitals. I sit in a board of Mercy Ship in the Netherlands, and there's Mercy Ship South Africa now that I've been able to bring. It's hospitals that are ships. So, oceans economy? Maunga I told Njela. Asam.
Tula, my name is Sipesi Hlehlajwayo, and I wish to become a production manager and more.
And more. And more. I think it's too easy. I wanted you guys to challenge me, but it's way too easy. We look at Disney ships. When you look at Disney ships, and my daughter wants to go on a Disney ship, I said, Nana, understand that I won't be home sometimes, but I will bring you your own arena of a Disney ship, of yours. Utsi umkumgama. Ne? But look at that. When you think of Disney ship, it's a full-on production. Movies get shot on ships, on board ships. There's entertainment every single day. 8 times a day, there's entertainment. And all of it is recorded. For one, legal and compliance, risks. Secondly, for entertainment and longevity. It's easy. The reason why I wanted to plant this seed is that let's not sit in sadness and say there's no employment. Even when you want to be an entrepreneur, as you continue to Google, look into oceans economy. Ask your black mermaid to guide you. I'll be very happy, and that's why I founded Global Maritime Youth, where we're cultivating pure love for the ocean, and we're ensuring that skill, supply, and demand is well facilitated globally. So when I log out now, you remember the black mermaid in saying, number 1, from the story that I shared with you, the tools that you need, 3 key takeoffs. Know what anchors you. Because if you don't know what anchors you, you will stop before you start. Know what anchors you. I'm anchored in the word. I'm anchored in family. And so when they say you don't belong here, I know that when I read back the scripture, it will validate me to say that I actually belong. Know what anchors you. So that even if it's the loudest when they call you anything, trying to pursue, you know that you are anchored in the word. Or whatever thing that anchors you. I'm anchored in the word. It's carried me so much in my life, in so many aspects of my life. Know what anchors you. The second thing, understand the voyage. The voyage is the journey. Who's on board with you? Who is on board with you? Who needs to come off the ship? Who needs to come off the ship, Captain? You will decide. They are for me. They are not for me. I'm trying to go here, but they are here. I'm trying to dock a whole ship, but they're here. So understand who's on board with you. And it's very important. And as youth, you're still going to see so much of people pleasing. You're still going to feel that you need to belong, even in spaces that you're not, and that you don't belong to, and that you haven't been called to. I left for so long. It was painful to have so much FOMO in my life as a teenager. But I started enjoying Christmases on board the ship. My birthday is on board the ship. I was actually getting trained, and I came back and became Africa's first. Now I want to make sure that as much as I've become the first, I'm not the only. The last, claim your captaincy. Understanding that you're the captain of your life matters. Whether you think that you are important or not, claim captaincy. If you are meant to scrub a toilet, scrub it so bright that when they even think of replacing you one day, they will think twice. I got on board the ship, I was scrubbing toilets with my maths and science and maritime studies of varsity 3 years. Scrubbed the toilets, but by all means, captains, because even at home, I used to clean, spring cleaning every Saturday. So I will clean the toilet. There's no problem. I'll make coffee because my dad asked for 50 cups of coffee a day. So by all means, captain. So claim the captaincy in whatever role that you're given at the time. Claim captaincy of your life. And I promise you, when we do another session, I'll have the most valuable a longer session to tie up your career endeavors with ocean's economy, because yes, the land is full, but the ocean also belongs to us. And so when I ask you to stand up and call you to claim your captaincy, I will call I captain, and you will call I. Please stand. Bazali, sigcwele emhlabeni. Don't impose your fears to your kids. Sigcwele emhlabeni. competition, opportunities are getting scarce by day. When I say claim captaincy, I want you to remember Africa being surrounded by the ocean, an economy we've left altogether. And I want to take questions after, when I'm off the stage, because I'm pressed for time now. When I'm off the stage, when I call, aye, Captain, you call aye. But it's not to look cute, it's to claim it within you, because you are the captain of your heart, of your life. I chose not to be Rose from the Titanic, girls. I chose to captain the Titanic. You too can captain it.